Hi, my name's Malik. This is my ArcGIS QuickCapture project for GIS 307. I decided to do this project on a trail locally to me. It's the Mahaska Community Recreation Trail. And what this trail is, it's a 13.6-mile trail located completely around the town. The total final, when they're finished with it, is about to be about 15 miles long. Right now, it's about 13.6. Those last little bits are just taking out those roadway and gravel connections that exist in it and making it a completely paved trail. Um, but a little bit about Oskaloosa. It's a small rural town, population around 11,000. It'd be small for most larger areas. For here, it's about a mid-sized town, but it is very rural, lots of farmland. This is just a picture of the basic area of Iowa. It's south central Iowa. So the goals of my survey were to determine the amount of debris that existed along this trail. The town itself can be kind of dirty at times, between the farmland that surrounds the town, some of the people that are here. There can be problems with trash and trash flying through the air, things like that. So I thought this trail might have some of those same issues. So I decided, I would try to document that and see what it really is like. Um, so moving on from that, my method was basically I used ArcGIS QuickCapture, um, created the layout in there, uh, and then from there for actual data collection, I rented a bird scooter through their app and used that for most of my data collection, just speed it up a bit because it was almost 14 miles. And I knew I couldn't do that just by walking it. That would take a pretty long time for one person to do, and I was the only one doing this project. So my two categories, my two main layers were biological and non-biological. Within that, I had attributes that I separated it off from. Um, so the button layout in QuickCapture is the next thing here. So you can see there's the biological, non-biological categories. It was biological was mud, overgrowth, plants, water, and wood. And then I had a separate button for take photos. I did the same thing for non-biological, and then had paper, plastic, metal, and other. Other basically, if I used it if I couldn't tell what it was made out of, or if it was visibly non-biological, but I didn't know, um, but I knew it didn't fit in those other categories. Um, and I separated the take photo button off of the buttons. Previously, I had it on all the buttons. I decided to take it off because it was actually taking too long to get data. Having to stop and take a picture of every single one. And then the next half of the buttons were 3 for the trail categories. That was either paved trail, roadway, or no trail. And all the no trail sections actually ended up being gravel. And then an area of interest buttons that I don't believe I used. And this is just a map area, the offline map area. I basically just took a square that was the entirety of the city of Oskaloosa and the surrounding area, which included the town and university park. That's basically the same town as Oskaloosa. So moving on from that, um, so we'll go down to the charts here. So for biological debris, there was, I think, less than 20 data points. There wasn't very much biological debris. And I decided that I probably shouldn't have included biological debris and just gone based on non-biological, just because it was kind of hard to declare what was just natural from wind blowing on the trail, and what was actually a problem. But there was a little bit of standing water, a little bit of overgrowth, and a little bit of wood in there too. But for non-biological debris, I think there was a total of like 274 pieces of debris along the trail, mainly plastic, lots of plastic water bottles, a lot of paper. I was actually surprised at the amount of metal. I thought there'd be more beer cans and pop cans along the trail than there actually was. And then we'll go back up to the interactive map and just scroll through that just a little bit, so you can see the black, that is paved roadway, or just roadway, a main street. And then I added the category, this purple route is just main routes of Oskaloosa. And the black dotted, that is railroads. And I had so many data points that I clustered them. So if you click on a cluster, it'll tell you the amount of features in the cluster and what the predominant value of the cluster is. And then you can click on Browse Features, and you can go through the whole cluster and look at each individual data point in there. Some of these data points have photos and some of them do not. But when you click on Browse Photos and go through, if they have a photo, it will come up on there. And that I'm actually looking for right now, one of those ones that has a photo. But I don't think I'm going to be able to find one. But yep, and then that it's basically the same for the entirety of the trail. And there's little outposts. Some of these outcroppings had a little bit extra that would go down into the city, so it's like a connector to the trail. But I decided to focus on just the outskirts of the trail, just the main trail going around in a circle. So to conclude, I thought that my spatial accuracy was really good, just based on I'm using a budget Android phone, around $500. So not even like a flagship device, and I got a 3 to 5 meter accuracy. And I think that's pretty good for what this project was. I don't think I needed anything higher than that. And QuickCapture was really simple, really easy to use, and I didn't have any problems with it. I think I could see myself in a future career using a mobile survey app for multiple different things. I think it allows you to be able to work with varying levels of educated people, whether that be other students, um, even children with ArcGIS QuickCapture. I think a kid could figure out how to do this and do some simple project for that. Some community outreach work through your company. But also higher up, it's really simple, it's really accurate, and I think it limits the amount of hiccups that can be involved in the project. Um, I think I would. I'm not sure what type of company I would like to work for doing GIS work. I think that one company I have looked at, or area, is insurance work, auto insurance, things like that. I think that GIS would be really useful for them because it gives you the ability to see where problem areas are on the map, and using mobile survey apps like this on um, your field employees, insurance agents could use something like this, and it'd make it really simple for them to be able to track what complaint or what claim is being done the most in the field, and that'll be updated immediately to the cloud so they could see it like day by day what's happening out there. Yeah, I haven't thought too much in detail about it. That's just a little bit of what I've thought about. I'd like to also do something environmental if it's out there. But yeah, I hope you like my project. Thank you.